Can someone learn to be an artist?
Like a rapper?
No, not rapping, like singing, actually.
Yeah, you can.
She was telling you, Ted Josiah told me that
Here's a pussycat is now.
he'll teach me. No, for real, he told me. He was like, you with your voice, Mazi, I can teach you how to be a really proper
No,
artist.
imagine you can. Not even Beyonce wasn't born with that voice. She learned how to sing like that. I swear to God.
What?
She wasn't that good.
What are we talking
I swear,
about?
Kelly was always the naturally talented one. Beyonce had to learn how to be that good at singing. I swear, she was good. She wasn't great. But she learned. Unaweza nini na talent, but the singing.
Yeah.
If you compare Kelly's vocals and Beyonce from day one, Kelly has been naturally gifted with the pipes. Beyonce had to learn how to be that good at singing.
We will not allow any Beyonce slander.
It's not slander. I still like her. Look how hard she worked just to be a great artist.
Mazi.
You know, these backhanded compliments that people give Beyonce. Yeah. Marat, this baby's hot. Lakini we've had sijui her breath smells like onions. Nani alikuambia?
Who said that?
Actually, there's an artist who's like that. Sitamsema.
Wa Kenya?
Nani?
Hapana. Ni wa South Africa.
South Africa.
Ananuka.
Yeah, I met him Maze and he was like, telling me something. Na tulikuwa kiza. I'm just like, yeah. Yes.
Lakini kuna watu wengi
Yeah.
mdomo.
Oh no.
Yeah, kutoka hapo yani I swear
You're like,
I went to
sure.
and tell the next person. Guys, huyu jamaa ananukanga mdomo.
Shit.
What if it's a disorder?
Yeah.
Maybe it is. And I think sahi amechange kwa sababu labda.
Make sure hapa kwa show tuko fresh to be.
But yeah, I could be a dope artist. But you see how artists with deep voices, like I usually make it. Ama if I learn how to rap, niende hapo hivyo nitoe nini.
What would be your rap name?
I don't know. Boss.
No.
Yo, guys, listen, yeah. Why don't you give Carrie?
I actually had a rap name.
What?
Kuongelesha na watu.
Okay. So what is?
Give guys. Able give this guy a rap name. I'm going to go fast. Let's just go around the table. You'll be last, right? MC Pussycat Man.
Okay, so you said Pussycat Man.
Yeah.
But
so,
you want
my guy,
Pussycat
Pussycat
action
Man.
figure man.
Nah, Pussycat action figure, Pussycat guns, or Mickey
Well,
Man.
you're last. Wait, what's your name?
Man with a bass. Bass man.
Okay.
No, because he has a bass. I'm like looking for a name.
I like Joy says it's better. At least, yeah, she's not making fun of me.
Bro, I'm not making fun of you. I'm telling you, this is iconic. You know, in your mind, you're thinking that you're original with this Pussycat, that you thought of it.
Yeah.
I know, right? I know in your mind.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take you back. I've been loved and before, but I never seen a girl like this. You remember Elephant Man's hairstyles?
Yeah.
Yeah? The guy was called Elephant Man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here you are. Pussycat.
Man.
Nah.
Like, that's how you come up with a name. You're overthinking it, man.
Nah.
You're
I
like,
actually
bro.
I had a rap name and I had one bar. I'm called The Cypher.
Why?
Nikajaribu kuandika ngoma. I think I watched the BET Cypher. I was like, I'm going to name myself
You're going to rap.
Need-
How did that go?
So you named yourself the Cypher.
It's
And you
not-
couldn't
I'm telling you, I
write-
had one bar. Like,
give
it's
us
even
the
a bar.
What
It's
was
half a
it?
bar.
What
Yeah.
is it?
Gia.
Graduated from the streets, spitting lines and bopping beats. Just that. That's it.
Did you ever sing? Be honest.
No.
You know
I was in the choir in high school, but just for funkies.
Which nini?
Nilikuwa BGV huko soprano huko nyuma. I never really sang. My best friend is the one who had the voice. Sisi tulikuwa tuko background.
Ndio wale wa don't
Watermelon. Yeah, hiyo.
Yeah, I was in watermelon. I was in NPC choir.
Stop.
Yeah. Guys. Mimi ni wale tulikuwa tunafungua kanisa.
Yeah, and then you know me.
No,
Yeah.
yours is possible.
It's very possible by the way.
I was in NPC.
Kwa nini SDA?
Hiyo times unajua sana nilikuwa nime backslide from SDA. You know, going to church on Sunday is backsliding.
It's backsliding by the SDA.
So nilikuwa nime backslide, nilikuwa nimeokoka. You know, for SDA we don't even get saved. What's that?
It is what it is. You're born
as an
back.
SDA, we are saved.
Period.
S is for saved. Right? So anyway, I did
SC
that.
Saturday.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, that is Saturday.
S for anything.
Saturday Association, SDA.
No,
It's also
Sabbath
for-
Day
it's-
Adventist.
It's also for
Adventist.
let Sheila finish. So, yeah, so I was in the choir. I did the choir. I sang soprano, and I used to hold it down, guys.
Yeah.
Proper.
Soprano.
Over there, like, I can't remember the church songs. The problem is I can't remember the church songs. But
Did you have your artist name, like the one that you had back then? Am I your time your church in Kwazi?
And then I was my first ever song that I released as a gospel artist.
By the way, what was your artist name?
That's where you're gonna find out.
Imagine I'll find it.
I know
and
it.
Run the tape.
What
When
is
we
it?
find
I know it.
What is it?
The Sea Herbalist.
No.
No.
Auntie, what?
No, bro. As a church person. Are you crazy?
Herbalist is after church.
Was, oh my God. Listen.
artist name? Okay.
When you know Mike Black and the Herbalist, those were producers. Mike Black
nilikuwa nafikiria
and
Herbalist
the
ndio
Herbalist.
wewe.
By the
Na
way-
Mike Black.
By the way, RIP to Mike Black, to Herbalist, who passed away. But I did the audio for them. So like when you hear Mike Black and the Herbalist track, you
Yeah.
hear Mike Black and the Herbalist. What? That's me.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. But I wasn't
Love
called the
it.
Herbalist. The hell? I was
The Herbalist.
kwa church. Kwa nini nafanya abs za Yesu?
Ndio maana, that's why I was asking you, like, did you change
Unless
your
it's
name
Herbalist,
after?
like herbalist.
So what was your gospel?
Abs iko hapa.
What was your gospel artist name?
I'd rather hiyo mtafute mfind
Daughter
out.
of Zion.
Tell us.
That's the daughter of Zion. No. Okay, to be honest, yeah. So you see how Nameless is known as Nameless.
Yeah.
That name was already taken, right? So because I couldn't come up with a name, so mine was like, someone asked me, yo, what's your artist name? I don't know. So it was IDK.
Oh,
Stop
shit.
joking.
For real.
Stop joking.
Do you know IDK is actually called that? IDK the rapper. It's because he didn't know. He just
What?
said IDK.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know, so I was called IDK. I had a hit song on Hope FM. Yeah.
Box, how many lives have you lived?
For real. Yeah.
No, how many lives have you lived?
You know, like you have to utilize your time here
To the fullest.
to the fullest.
Guy.
Yeah. And if you think that I stopped doing things, hey guys, yesterday I came up with 7 things I need to do. I was just like, I need to stop. Like, I need to stop. Yeah. So that's me. IDK. I know Tafti Ngoma. Inaitwa
that's
Jesus. I sing for you guys.
Yeah, sing. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Twende kazi.
Hii ni kitambo. Usicheke paka nifike kwa verse. Sawa. Hii ni hook. Sasa Mungai ashaanza kucheka. Unacheka nini? This is why people don't even succeed with their artist career. Wait, Pussycat man.
No, endelea.
Aya. This one's for you, Jesus, right? Jesus, anani rectify, killer time, nina stress, and sanctify. Jesus, and purify everything that I need and satisfy. Jesus, and rectify, na 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 na. Jesus, I will lift you high, da 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 na na na, and sanctify. Jesus, it was a rap song, guys.
So now, you know, if you sing that, removing Jesus and just saying baby, it turns into an R&B jam. Baby, anani satisfy.
No, stop.
Baby. Anani
I can't believe you
rectify.
just messed up my
No, for
song.
real.
I can't believe. And then after that, I moved to rock. Right? Listen. I had a soft. I was in a band. I was in a band. I don't. Why you guys laugh, guys? You know the real things that I'm gonna check.
Bandiano, were you
So
from
nilikuwa kwa
school?
band.
I'm sorry.
Nilikuwa kwa
Okay.
band. I joined a band and then I was a lead singer. And we released a song. I wrote a song that was such a hit in churches. We used to do, the tour for churches on Sundays. Imagine.
Do you ever go to
And
ICC?
guys
I
used to
go
get
ICC.
saved. It was such a
So what
proper
was
song.
that one?
It was called Singing a Beautiful
Squad.
Song for a Beautiful God, but His Beautiful Love. Yeah. Exactly. No, dang, dang. And guys used to get saved, yo. It was crazy. Yeah, so yeah. So
Unajua
there we are.
nilifikiria
Ladies and
band ni ya high school ndio
gentlemen,
mlikuwa
the artist
mnajiita
formerly
Tom
known as IDK is here. She's called Sheila. now.
Yeah. But then I switched to secular because niliambia church maze bye.
Deuces.
Yeah, clearly music wasn't for you.
What?
Yeah.
Why you
Si
say that?
ulijaribu ukasema aiwak.
Sinika switch
Otherwise
to
you'd still be
secular.
an artist.
Wewe ni hater maze.
No,
So
si
you found your
hater.
true calling. That's what you're
Mi ni
trying
ule
to
mtu
say.
nakwambia ukweli. Huwezi kuwa na yes man.
Wacha nikwambie
Nikwambie
kwanza
zi.
ninarudi kwa studio and I'm going to record na hiyo ngoma ikikuwa hit ile humble pie utakula
No,
Itakuwa
si
hit
hivyo.
song ya Boxport basi.
No, now the thing is,
ngoja tu
Itakuwa
hiyo
hit ya
ngoma-
Boxport.
make sure umark this date
hiyo ngoma
Right?
ukirelease
Remember.
without playing it for
remember
me.
this date right today is 18th of July.
Ukirelease without playing
You know, we've
it for
already
me.
recorded it.
No, me, I believe in you.
You just don't know about it.
Me,
Yeah, then I want to listen
Watch
to it.
this space.
I believe in you.
It's a
Featuring
banger.
He's a
featuring
naysayer.
some of the heavy hitters.
Oh,
Ngoja
yeah?
muone hiyo kitu. Na kwa mbele humble pia utakula, utashangaa.
Nitakuwa nasema unajua dem, I know her.
Speaking
Anyway,
of artists and performing,
Yes.
so there was Essence Fest a few weeks ago. You guys, all of you know about Essence Fest. The very
That's
big, like,
nani alikuwa kwa hiyo concert. What was happening at Essence Fest that we spoke about this week? Some crazy shit happened at Essence Fest.
I don't know. I just remember looking at some foreign men. Let me ask you something. When did Method Man become so hot?
He's always been hot.
God damn. Anyway, I digress.
Didn't he perform with Redman? Yes.
woo! No, when did he become so hot, guys? I don't get it. But that is pin. Let's pin that. That's a story for another day. So Busta Rhymes was performing. I think he was kind of like an opening act. He wasn't like the main act, but he was performing. And he got to a point in the middle of his performance where he was like, cut the shit, cut the show. And he was like, yeah, guys, you can't just be seated. Get off your phones. Like, he actually went off on the crowd. Like, he was lecturing the crowd about them just sitting down and using their phones instead of like interacting and performing. And he brought up how, he's like a veteran in the game. This is his first time at Essence Fest, performing at Essence Fest. Guys should have some respect. And he just went off on guys. And like, there was like a lot of debate on the comment section. Some guys saying, this guy, his time is up, whatever. He needs to calm down. Others were like, yeah, these youngins these days have no respect for veterans, yada, yada, yada. So I don't know which side you guys stand on, but I felt like, mi siezi lipia ticket to the lecture. Me, that's my main takeaway. Yani nimelipia ticket and then you stop the show to lecture me. Are you my parent? Like, I get his point. It was valid. But this guy was lecturing guys in the middle of his performance. I would be very upset.
And what are the other artists saying about that? Because to just contradict that, I think Busta Rhymes was on one of the BET Awards, or the BET Hip Hop Awards. And the artists around there were like basically speaking how, Busta is very, like, he's one selfless guy that would actually give up his time for other people. Even when even the other members of Flip Mode. Yeah, it was during BET Awards. The other members of Flip Mode were saying if it wasn't for him, like, this group would have not even gone anywhere. He's the one who, like, he was the glue and actually helping people and trying to put things together. Other artists came through. I think he also at that's the time he launched a song that he did with a babe. Was it Doja Cat or one babe, and she was speaking how Busta is such a good guy. He's so selfless, and he's there for everybody.
I think it was Coil Ray.
Yeah, it was Coil Ray. Yeah, it was Coil Ray. And yeah, with the Coil Ray sample of the one that she used. Yeah, so I mean, I think it works both ways, and maybe him lecturing people over there is labda it's as other people say Gen Z ama Gen Z.
Gen Z. Sisi kama Gen Z.
Gen Z wamekataa kumsikia. Sasa anataka kuwapasha.
This is what I think. I think artists are justified. I think this idea of going to a concert, like you've paid, you said, hey, I want to see what you're offering, and then go there and then just be like, right? It's hella weird. And it's great that artists are talking about it.
Yeah.
Now, with that aside, if I go to a concert and you stop the performance because you're upset at three little people there who are upset at Akina V. Or like, imagine it's giving boring, right? Yo, let me tell you, me as the person who's paid, and now I'm listening to, I can be very disappointed.
You'll kick them out.
But I think it also speaks to the world that we are in right now.
Yeah.
I think people just don't appreciate what is in front of them.
Yeah, like experiencing the moment.
Remember, even as you're watching TV, right? I don't know if it happens to you guys, but sometimes najipatanga niko overload. Watch like yesterday I was watching some documentary about for the fourth dimension, don't ask. And then on my phone, I'm over there watching something about CG, how the police who are arriving in Haiti, like the politics of Haiti, right? At the same time, I'm having a face-to-face conversation. My brain just went,
overload. Yeah, it glitched.
It
Yeah,
glitched, right?
yeah.
So you can imagine if we're living in a world where even as you're having a conversation with someone, you're scrolling.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are, an artist, that I won't scroll? The problem is this thing.
It
It's not,
is.
it's genuinely, I think we've reached that place where we need to start discussing etiquette around this thing.
Facts.
Yeah? Because if I'm watching TV and I'm like, oh, wow, I'm so excited to watch this, I literally have to put my phone on airplane mode and leave it upstairs for me to now watch this thing to the end. Otherwise, at some point, if it's backed for directors, I feel that they won't be having downtime in a film. Like a place where it's an emotional conversation. Because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The moment that starts to happen, I'm just like, the moment there's a silence, I'm just like, what has happened? I've missed it. I go back to the action. They start to, I can rewind the same spot.
Yeah, like five times. I swear.
Why?
To God.
Because I missed it. Because I was checking my phone. I'm like, what is this? Can I just have the movies here so that I just watch? But then I don't like watching things. I like watching on the TV. So I do feel that psychologically people have that challenge where Kerry lied to me that he goes to the toilet without his phone.
I don't. I absolutely.
So what do you do?
He has a 1985 board meeting.
When you're having a board meeting, what do you do?
He's in 1990.
The door.
Yes,
No,
he's there making diagrams.
painting your Arsenal in my bathroom, so I look at it. And
how many
ingredients?
Let's just
air
go
freshener.
just around the room, right? Raise your hand if you feel Kerry's capping. I don't
Just so you know it's everywhere.
I don't go with my phone to the bathroom.
Goes
You
to
know
the
me,
toilet.
Okay, do you have
Kwanzaa.
magazines in the toilet then?
No, I used
that's
to.
unhygienic.
I used to, but that's so nasty. Yeah,
It's
it's so nasty.
You
Those
need-
papers got glued together, and I kept on wondering how and why. Up until you get to figure out when you flush your
Don't
toilet.
remind me about that story. Yeah. But okay, just say so that
those
people
water
know.
droplets go everywhere,
So,
including the
look,
magazine.
just have your look. If you're afraid of handling the phone, this is what it is, right? Mkono ya kushoto ni ya tripod. Okay. Ukimaliza, you're afraid. You know, I know why Kerry. I'll tell you why Kerry doesn't use his phone, but let me finish. So ukimaliza, right? Alafu sasa unataka kujipanguza, right?
Usisahau.
Unawekelea chini kama ni video. Ina place pahali unaweza ona.
It continues playing.
Inaendelea kucheza kama unajipanguza. Right? Unamaliza kupanguza na mkono moja unawekelea huko. Go and wash your hands. Alafu unarudi unachukua simu.
And then, wipe
Right?
it down also.
Wewe sasa shida ni either you're not
Also, you don't wash the phone.
either you're not ambidextrous, right? So you're worried that
Cannot
unaweza
use
kuwa
one
ukiwatch
hand.
alafu sasa unafikiria ujipanguze na simu. Right? Or wewe ni wale watu haukunywi maji. So
And you have a
ukienda
hard
kwa
time.
choo hawezi keep your eyes open uko tu hivi the whole time. So one of those must
Nah,
be the
it's not
truth.
even that. It's part of the habit that going to the bathroom is not clean, and the fact that you don't wash your phone, you should not take it there.
Excuse you.
There are antiseptic
Excuse you.
wipes.
Do you not wipe your phone every day?
Yeah,
Antiseptic
every day,
wipes.
but not every time you leave the bathroom. It's
Oh
not as frequent
my
as when you
God.
wash your
Kijana,
hands.
remember.
You wash your hands every single
Kijana,
time you leave the
Remember,
bathroom.
I started
Nah.
with you go
Nyinyi
to the
watu wa
bathroom.
kuenda na simu kwa
Skiza.
bathroom,
When
kuna
you
kwa
realize-
toilet ni
Ash-
red flag.
To
Kelly,
call it antiseptic
I've asked
wipes.
you.
No, it's a red flag. You're hiding some shit. You can't leave your phone where people are.
Wipes.
Here's my question, right? I'm holding the phone like this. I finish my business. Sawa.
Yeah.
I put the phone down, right? In my
that surface clean?
basket for Nini. I take the tissue, right? I clean myself. I go to the sink. I wash my hands. And then I continue with my phone.
Is that surface clean?
Which surface?
See, up or evil. We already know when you flush the toilet, like that.
So you close the lid.
The water goes
Yeah, you
everywhere.
flush the toilet with the lid closed.
Yes.
Alafu number 2, right? Is this surface clean?
This one, nah, it's cleaner.
this one?
It's
Is
cleaner
this
than a toilet.
How do you
No,
know?
bro. How do you know?
Yeah, because
How do
people
you
don't
know?
take shits here.
Bro,
do you know?
everybody has taken a shit where they came from and touched this table.
Nah,
Those are not
I
the
assume
only
they've
germs.
washed their hands when they
Those
go
are
and
not
take
the
a
only
shit.
germs, by the way.
And then another thing, if
Those
you
are not the only
like,
germs.
if you're that person, man, you go with your phone everywhere, man. Like it's a red flag. You're just hiding.
It's not
shit.
everywhere. It's just to the toilet for about
To the toilets. You just leave it outside. Go to the toilet and come back.
Yeah, those minutes in the
I don't
toilet can
believe
be
you.
utilized.
They
bruv.
can, by
I could
the-
listen
me
to a
can
whole
read a whole
podcast.
article.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like
Nah.
take your time wisely.
Let me ask you. Yani, there's moments where you just sit.
Yeah.
You're just like,
I just sit.
let me
And imagine
just
I can
listen
do
to the
that
movement
without
of my
having to
bowels.
be on the toilet. It was actually there's a competition in, was it Japan?
Well, my Diabs is beatboxing there.
Boom, 12.
Ati niko tu hapo. Wow, the sounds.
So serene.
That NPR that's happening behind tiny desk.
Guys, so
Tiny seat.
there's a competition in Japan that was started a few years ago by some artist for 90 minutes of doing nothing without falling asleep. And she started it because of she felt the pressure of being in a very high-paced society and always having to be productive. So the whole point, whoever can stay for 90 minutes. Do you know how long 90 minutes is when you're doing nothing? Like
It's a
nothing,
whole
not
football
reading
game.
a book, just nothing.
It's difficult.
Whoever does that without falling asleep wins. And I'm like, you know what? I should try that.
I would lose.
Me, I'd fall asleep
Guys,
immediately.
I fear not being
Productive.
like my mind being
Why?
right. I don't know. Like it's either like worst. Like at least let me have a book, even if it's a newspaper, 1984.
something, just something.
I start reading it from beginning to end. If not that, I'm going to start doodling.
Yeah.
I can't
Just
just sit.
something. Yeah,
I have to, or I'll probably start doing my nails. I'll just be like, let me go get the nini. But
start
actually, just to
filing.
sit like
Imagine.
this. Wacha nilale.
90 whole minutes of doing nothing. And then on the other side, in Netherlands, I don't know if it's like a recreational thing where everyone, they took out, like they hire out a church or something, and then everyone leaves their phone at the entrance. I think for like maybe 2-3 hours, guys just come, they mingle, they talk, they paint, they just anything but use your phone.
Hey, how about
So
our
a
next-
lot of people are feeling that pressure that you're saying of always being like overstimulated. Phone, TV, conversation.
Yeah,
So a lot of people are feeling it.
I could
So
tell
can
you
you
I'm
say,
overstimulated.
Can you say
for sure.
that everybody now suffers from a level of ADHD? Because now if you get
Honestly.
easily distracted by your phone, you can't finish a whole movie without looking at it.
Imagine.
You
That
can't have
doesn't
a
mean you're
conversation.
ADHD.
Nah,
it
nah.
just means you're overstimulated. Can we please stop diagnosing disease?
Yeah.
It's not an attention deficiency.
Yeah.
Right? I
You're
can
just overstimulated.
multi-attend to things.
Multi-attend.
Yes, I can multi-attend
No,
to
but you
things.
forget you're watching the movie. You have to go back and rewind.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Because
I
now
just
you
skipped
saw
that
something
part. But let me tell you something.
I think it's more overstimulation than
Yes,
ADHD.
because
I
a lot
think
of
it's
people...
a level of it.
Hear me out. I'll be sitting with somebody who's basically only doing the watching of the TV. Literally, all they're doing is watching that TV. Me, I'm watching, I'm on my phone, and I'm also having a conversation with somebody,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then I'll miss the part. I'll be like, yo, what did he say? This person who was watching didn't hear it, right? This one is done who has ADHD. Me, I have MDH. I can see everything at the same time. So I'm listening to that conversation.
Yeah.
I'm probably even listening to a conversation that's happening outside.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
on
you're
my
talking to
phone.
someone, you're on the
And
phone, yeah.
for me to have these many things happening at the same time is when I thrive. And all of them will make it. So I'll finish that series and I'll still tell you I was scrolling on my phone. Completely.
Okay.
And there are people who are watching one thing and still their attention is zoning to somewhere. So
Yeah.
she didn't catch what was said. And I'm like, what do you mean? You were watching.
Yeah.
But me, I was listening. I might not have seen it, but I had that part where he said, "Rah, rah, rah." This person is not watching. So how is that ADHD?
I mean, it is. Your attention is drawn off of whatever you were supposed to do, whatever you decided to do, and you move on to your phone. That's so to some level, like you've been distracted.
Am I distracted
Easily
or I can give
distracted.
my attention to two things at the same time?
That's what most people who've got ADHD think up until it gets to the point whatever you are doing fast, you leave it. And you go on with scrolling on TikTok.
Because
and
I've
what
refused
you
to
were
be
doing.
diagnosed as ADHD. Internet shit nimekata. I've refused until a doctor actually
Yeah,
meets
get a
me.
professional to meet you, and if you
come
think you
on.
might
I'm
have
not.
those issues.
And plus, I don't have any issues.
Yeah.
I'm a fantastic human being who's just differently abled. You know what I
Differently
mean?
abled, I like
Na
that.
ninajijua.
Yeah.
For me, I can't be able to do one thing at a time. Like if I decide I'm going to do a project, I'm not going to be able to take off that project until I can find another equally tasking project.
Yeah.
So that I can push them both at the same time. In fact, if I can put a third one there, it's really pushing. But the two of them, I will work better. But if it's just one, I will really struggle.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
it the same? Because even me, when I'm doing like I call them mundane tasks, like kawaida, like maybe like accounting stuff or whatever, I work better when like I have
Did you call
music.
accounting mundane? That's a shit I hate.
Because it's not accounting, you know, just like running books and having to run numbers and whatever. Not deep stuff, just, you know, running numbers and everything. Whenever I'm listening to music or if there's something in the background, I work better. And like my mom will always say, you're not distracted, like you're doing hesabu. It's not distracting you. I'm like, imagine it's helping me focus.
That means your mind
Yeah.
needs to balance that
Yeah.
stuff. The same way I walk into someone's office and it's silent and I'm like, are you dead? Are you guys dead? How are you doing it, guys?
Are you alive?
Because
Do you have
from the moment I walked in the office,
Yeah.
my life force was draining.
And it's only when I'm doing hesabu stuff. When I'm reading and all these other things, I prefer quiet. But when I'm doing hesabu stuff, because my mind will get bored so quickly. And I know I have to get through these numbers by the end of the day. So I usually like listen to music or something in the background so that I can finish.
Maybe those are things that come second nature to you. Like, you know, how it's possible for you to, like, you can drive and have a conversation with someone who's seated right next to you on the passenger seat, and you'd follow every road rule.
Yeah.
Or you see this, how people make fun of dumb guys that you can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Like,
Stop joking.
Yeah,
No.
there are
people who
who
can't do
I'm
that.
sure.
of which
No.
it's supposed to be a task that comes second
Naturally.
nature.
Yeah.
I've seen babes who can clean and twerk at the same time, like with videos. That's a nice
Is she
segue to
twerking
what
about
I
Yeah,
would
that's
say
a
next.
fantastic segue,
But before you do the segue, before you go to where you're going, this baby, like if for really you're a proper kuyo, you know that?
Yeah.
Like
Hesabu,
accounting.
Amesema mundane stuff, accounting. I think what usually happens in kuyo homes, they're just been told, Rekegwere. Don't
Because
say,
it's not like-
well, in another home, they're
Count
saying,
pesa.
say mama. Here they're saying,
Besha.
Besha. Eat shigana. Shigana.
Because it's not like I'm doing like the balance sheet or stuff like that. I hate accounting, but I'm saying like day to day.
Girl, the fact
You
that
know
you
how
said
babies are
counting money.
usually taught to do this, gota.
Shigana.
Yenu
Besha
ni ya
shigana.
shigana ama tatu.
Besha shigana.
Fanya hivi.
Fanya.
Besha, like what was your
No
first one?
ratio.
Besha.
Yeah. And then when your vocabulary develops kabisa, like no deni. Why do you say no deni? Deni ne he ha re ha da deni. The toy is 1 year old. Lakini anajua change. Wewe unajua change ni kuchange pampers, right? Yeah,
Change.
mtoto anakuja mom change.
Besha. Shigana.
How?
That was probably our first words.
Yeah, for sure.
Ati, sema baba,
Twerking.
besha.
Ebu tuambie ati twerking does what?
Ebu, just watch this babe, how she can, twerk and just drop some gems.
You call this twerking, but it was originally known as mapuka, which quite literally means the same thing. Mapuka, or twerking, has the power to remove stagnant blood from the uterus and even fibroid cysts.
Wow.
Umeona vile ina move na
Ina
drop
move.
gems, anasema facts.
Hii kitu siko na
First
nini?
of all, she has very strong knees. Let's start there. I want to know your secrets.
Also, can we just
Those are
ask?
some very strong knees.
And they you're forgetting the
That
the
is fantastic
abs.
as well. But
got a mind
your
of its
knees-
own, man.
The
No, but
muscle
like
of
your
the ass.
knees. Like, can we focus? Knees.
Most
Make
people
the
can't
style
even
of
do
knees.
their eyebrows like this. Like, yeah.
Are you talking on your face?
Yeah.
Mfanya hivi.
No, that's talent, girl.
Yeah,
Yo.
so twerking is actually good for your health. It's good for your uterus.
No, but her the way she's doing it, it's
It's good for other things.
good. It's just good.
Now, let me tell you one thing for sure, yeah? Like,
good.
the thing is, I'm digressing.
Okay, sorry.
But those babes, Ati, who can twerk like that, when it comes to, Ati, we've locked the door and we are getting down with it,
Yeah.
they can't do that.
That's a lie.
They don't do that.
When
That's
they leave
not
the
true.
talent
Yeah,
outside
they
the
leave
door.
the talent outside.
Your talent ni ya kudansa hezi saidia kitu.
Hapana.
See, as if-
Wongo.
It's the same way,
That's a
babes.
lie.
Yeah, it's the same way, babes. Yeah. You see, like for example, a Nigerian, a Kenyan, and a Congolese walked into a pub.
Oh, God.
Who's living there with the babe? If it was a dancing competition,
See, probably.
the
A
Congolese
Congolese.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So unafundisha, unaona huyo anaweza kunyundua. Unaona venye anaweni hiyo kitu.
Yeah.
Hey, huyo. Have you ever noticed like when mzae is like guys in Gen X and older
Yeah.
are dancing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You notice the dads, the
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
What do they do?
They move their waist and crotch.
Why?
See, to show
That's what they
talent.
used to hiyo ndo anguka nao ya time yao.
Ushaona ule msee wa
Huko
ya
hapo.
kusharpen kisu.
It's a mating call. You know,
Unaona hiyo ya
it's a
kusharpen
mat-
kisu? He's letting all the babes in the estate, all the house helps in the estate know.
Letting them know.
Wewe,
Oh no.
nitakuweka hii kisu. Wewe.
Kusharpen kisu.
The babes for the you're wondering why house help is leo utawacha pesa lakini si tulishapen hizo visu Monday lakini anarudi alisema kufanya kazi nzuri kabisa ndio and you're wondering this guy who is he mbona unafanya hivyo si ushapen tu kisu bila kufanya hiyo najua the house help out there is like mwangalie yeah, so
Coconut talent.
winding a waist is a talent.
Can we get serious for 1 minute?
It's for the nini.
Yeah, there was a lot of purpose when it came to a lot of the things we did as Africans. Like everything was viewed as spiritual, even dancing. That's why twerking to them, it's like, oh my God, it's so uncool.
Oh my God.
But to them, it was part of like their ritual, part of like their spirituality, and that whole thing for dancing, like opening up your hips and opening up your creativity and whatever. All these things existed for a reason. So I'm so glad that we are relearning how we used to do things because they were there for a reason.
Wait, you mean I can twerk and I can have ideas?
Not
Yeah, open up your creativity.
Yeah.
That's all I
no,
had.
like basically, because a lot of it, you hold a lot of your creativity.
Nah.
in your pelvis. No, I'm being serious.
There's a pitch I'm doing. There's a pitch.
That's not twerking.
Oh, you can do better. You can do better.
No, I've seen better.
Yeah, that's why like generally dancing, even just like you don't even have to twerk. Just if you're ever feeling like overly like stimulated or overwhelmed, just like shake your body and you'll feel better. I've been reading a lot on
So
this.
I can just shake my body. I don't need to shake.
Yeah, you don't have to
Thank you.
twerk.
Good.
Or just move your hips in some kind of
I
way.
already
It
do
really
that.
opens up your
That's why I have
pelvic
ideas.
area.
I already do that.
And apart from that, also
Yeah.
strengthens your legs.
Exactly.
Your glutes. And so, I mean, twerking is a good thing. But another thing is, I think you need to know the right places
Exactly,
where you
to
can
target.
Yeah, where you can go on and start twerking. Like you're not supposed to just start twerking Jobo because I'm writing this proposal and I feel
I need
stuck.
some creativity.
Because that's how
I
I feel like
You
that's
can't
how.
do that.
Why not?
In the office. Okay, do it to tell me how it works for you then. If you're not
If I was a master twerker, ningekuwa natwerk kila pahali. It's just that I've never tried to.
and it doesn't have to be twerking.
Are
Just
you
move
are
your
you a
hips.
twerkist?
I'm not really a twerkist. I just like dancing.
Yeah, dancing is.
Yeah, in general is
Yeah,
Even
you a
behind
twerker?
closed
It's
doors,
very
like you
good
don't
for your
you don't
spirit.
you don't
You've never
do
found
it.
yourself-
Behind closed doors, I'm performing. I'm on stage. What do you mean? If there was a pole in that house, man, I would show people things.
All right, thank you very much,
Sorry.
sis.
But,
V, do you usually find yourself twerking in your house? In the
Yeah,
house,
in
but
the house.
outside
Nothing.
on video.
For you in the club,
Yeah.
like Z.
Yeah, it's not like it's not because it's been sexualized
Exactly,
too
too much.
right? It becomes you're entertaining people, and all the things I'm hearing that you're teaching us is twerking is a self-preservation kind of thing.
Yeah.
For me,
Really
I've never
good for
been
mind,
interested.
body,
I've
spirit.
never been interested in whining waist. Yes, oh, that's for sure. But like twerking, it's never been a. It's
Even
never been
it's
a thing.
not particularly twerking, but like dancing in general, I feel like I'm always doing it.
Yeah, me
Especially
I
when
think
I'm by myself.
twerking is okay, but if you're doing it outdoors, doing it at the club, as in don't go all the way and touch the floor, and that's nasty, kabisa. Because after dancing and after the DJ ametoka kucheza that nini Vibes Cartel jam or the one that was making you go on and do that, you don't go wash your hands. You go back to the table and you'll be like, shots. Whose orange is this? And you grab just everything.
Aki,
and
Have
for
you
it's
been diagnosed with
Can we-
OCD?
Also, can we
Have you been
first
diagnosed
say?
with OCD?
Can
Yes,
you
I do
actually
have.
diagnosed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
no,
do
like
have it.
Your
Yeah.
therapist has told you like
Yes.
you're properly.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah, you
Carrie,
have a
can
problem.
you also just date babes who are adults? Like
So adults don't twerk.
legit. Like, have you ever gone to the club as an adult, right? And go and paka unaguza floor and then you
hizo
don't
vitu
wash your
tulifanya
hands.
tu.
There's
Yeah,
nobody
campus.
I've dated who's touched the floor at a
See,
club.
that's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
but these are things you see.
Bubble.
These are
we
things
learned
you
better.
see.
Gala bubble when our heads were
Jesus, unafanywa hivi mpaka unasema relax, hivi hatu- ati bendova inaanza, bendova inaanza.
I just had flashbacks.
Yo, changes. Actually, speaking of changes and flashbacks, yeah, Vanessa Chettle.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Bro.
Bro. See,
I
you
saw.
saw, yeah? Bro, what the fuck? As in, unajua, I saw that thing, Packet made me post yesterday. No, the day before, 2 days ago. fame is such a monster.
It is.
Right? Like
To chew you up and throw you out.
For real. You know, I've been in the limelight since I was 21. Right? 21, yeah? And sometimes when I look back, if I knew the sacrifice of fame, right, would I have done it better? Would I have not become famous? Imagine. Like, I feel like I would have chosen another path.
Yeah.
Let me explain why. I was telling Carrie, for example, even just something simple as, you know, going out on a date and holding someone's hand and just, you know, just I've never. Like, unless I'm outside the country somewhere, right? Yeah. But like, I think I was conditioned to always, because people were always like trying to find out who you dating, you know, and they'd write all sorts of stories, right? So I learned to become so private.
Yeah.
That it's so almost impossible to know, even for people who are like you guys, it's almost impossible to know who I'm dating, right? Like, I've learned to keep things so, and you see, that's a cost for me that I can't be able to enjoy and just walk out and just be like, yo, babes, and we just kiss on the road because that's what I feel like doing, right? Or even just like showing my person and just saying, I want to appreciate this person. I can't. I have to like...
You have to think about it. It's like a business decision.
And then know that if even the neighbors, mtu ajue anaweza sema, oh, if this person aniaibishe, exactly. You know, so you learn how to live like a closeted life, right? What for what? But the other side, that's my personal, that's the boring side. The other side is, over these years that I have seen, that I have been in the limelight, do you know how many people I've seen come and go? And not come and go like a tea. Okay, guys, like I've had enough.
Out,
thank
like
you. I'm leaving. What you start noticing, oh, Nani has a hit song. Yay, oh my God, we love you so much. And then Nani starts, like every time you see Nani, they're just like, they're in a stupor, right? And the next thing you start hearing, they're not showing up for things. And the next thing, they've been cancelled, right? And they were super talented, right? So many. Kwanza at the time for industry night. Guys, if I could, and I am read that there will be stories in the book, right? Baka, you're just like, there needs to be a collective responsibility between artists and the alcohol sector. Because, you know, like if you're a musician, if you're famous, right? To get free alcohol.
Easy.
It's very easy.
That's all anybody, oh, you have that hit song, come. Like when I left Big Brother, there's a club that had opened. I feel like if I say it, anyway, plus you know the years anyway. Bacchus had just started.
Bacchus.
That time we were calling it Bacchus.
Bacchus.
You guys, me, I never called it Bacchus. I'm an adult. I know things, right? So the owner, Halad, he was like, yo, you know, Kwambox, like, bring that baby here. We'll give you, like, free whatever drinks, you need for however many people you need, right? So I just show up to Bacchus and we have, like, of course, you know, with free alcohol and free food, you will have many friends.
Facts.
Like, and you know, I hate a lot of people. So you're working today, you're with like, people just want to be with you, right? They're just drinking and eating and drinking and eating. I'm so grateful that alcohol is not my portion, right? And especially free alcohol. So it's not easy to impress you at, I have a bottle of something for you. Do it once, like, you move on.
That's great, whatever. Yeah.
How many people do you see going down that drain?
So many.
Hosting clubs. How many babes want to be hostesses for clubs, right? Literally, not in a bad way, guys. I feel like I'm the only one who can do it decently. Hosting of clubs, right? As a babe, right? Yeah. Number one, the version of you that's on the artwork, you've already sold what it is that you're there to sell your body. So you're not hosting me. I know hosting is like, I'm on the mic, right? I've got my squad, right? But the thing that you guys have come to hang out with me and then I'm drinking alcohol. You don't count the amount of days you're drinking. Hii ni kazi gani? Which work is this? You're being hired to become an alcoholic, right? So I saw that story for Vanessa Chattel, guys. It hurt me. Because she's such a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
Right? She
just amazing, got caught up on in the fame.
She said how all the people around her, she was financing them. She was making money. Right? But you see, when you're getting free things,
everyone is your friend.
My God.
Yeah, everyone is your friend,
right?
man.
Everyone. They're even calling him Hesh.
Everyone is your
Biggie.
friend.
If you don't have, if you're not, haujijui, fame itakumaliza.
Mbaya.
Kabisa.
Mbaya. Yeah, even me, that's why I'm glad. I feel like mine happened quite gradually. But also I was very cautious, because by the time I was walking into this industry, there's a lot of people I had watched, there's a lot of people I was looking up to, and I saw kind of like mistakes that they made, and I was very cautious not to make them.
follow, yeah.
Yeah. And I think also just being an introvert really helped me, because again, man, I don't like people. Like I would go somewhere and there's like a million people at the table. I'm like, who are these people?
are the
that
fire?
are
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
And I want to go home. And as well as alcohol, I started drinking way later into the game. I never walked into the game those ones for like, yeah, look at me, I'm famous, give me like free alcohol. That's why I keep saying it was quite gradual. I can see how easy, actually I have seen it for the past 10 years, how easy it is to crash and burn. Even people who we started out with, some of them crashed and burned, and you have no idea where they went, and it's because they read like too quickly, and they weren't cautious about like the kind of moves they were making. Because me, when I walked in, I was like, I'm here for longevity. I'm not here to be famous. People who walk in just to be famous, those ones are the ones who crash and burn the quickest. I walked into this industry for the love of the craft,
Acting,
and a lot of the people who walk in with the love of the craft, be it music, be it acting, be it hosting, whatever it is that you're passionate about, if you walk into this industry with that, you will last. But if you walk in to be famous, you crash and burn.
Because Abu fame ni
Yeah.
Today you've got the hit song. You know, today you're the most famous person. Kidogo kidogo, some kids from the street, anguka nayo, and that's all people
imagine.
want. And now the only thing you're known for is being famous. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And then it's so easy. The thing about being in the limelight, and you guys can attest, right? Do you remember around 2016? There was just an influx of drugs.
Yeah.
There was a particular club, right? Everybody was on Molly.
And it became like so
Everybody
normal, right?
was on Molly.
Hey,
2016.
I don't know what happened. Yeah. Wait, is it the one in Westlands?
The bars in
Westlands.
that club don't even sell anything. Like
Yo.
you go there, people just have bottles
on
of
a
water.
Friday night, everybody like this.
Yeah.
You don't talk too much. I'm like, hey, are you guys okay?
Guys would just dance
Anyway.
throughout.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So there was so much drugs in the
Yeah,
system,
yeah.
right? There was so much drugs in the system. But then,
Okay, ilikuwa chemist.
pharmacist. The
Unaingia-
pharmacist.
Instead of kupatiwa pombe unapatiwa nini?
I can tell.
Would
Do
you
you know?
like a
There was even a guy who was busted on a video or by a YouTuber, right? Who had come to Nairobi. Oh my God. So I'm here in Nairobi. I'm at this club, the pharmacist. And as they sat down there, they're recording themselves. Someone say, yo, what's up?
Just so that we're on the same
do you
page.
want-
That club is now closed, right?
You want sweets?
Is it closed? No, it's still
It's still
open.
there.
It's still open.
Then it's not the one.
Still
I'm
there.
thinking.
Bro, the pharmacist.
You have to spell it out for her. It's fine.
Chemist.
Achana na yeye. She's got blonde hair, man.
Shut up. Continue.
You still haven't gotten it?
Because me, I was thinking of Nini.
The chemist in Westlands.
Guy.
The chemist.
I know even the viewers are just...
Maze, unataka mpaka tukupeleke kwa hiyo barabara.
Okay, one more.
I just gave her
It
one.
has shops inside. Get out of here. Forget it.
Mpaka tukupeleke kwa hiyo barabara.
Mpaka road.
But guys, there were a lot of clubs there.
The fucking chemist.
The pharmacist.
The pharmacist on Mpaka Road. It's actually not on Mpaka Road. In this case, the one is on Mpaka Road.
Oh yeah? Okay. Yeah. Fine.
You bounce.
Okay, so I'll figure it out.
Mazesi nimechoka nikiexplaini kitu. As in everybody hapa ameipata.
Amejua. Kwanza najua itajaa kwa comment section.
Hebu ngoja nikupatie kwa mask. Come here. Exactly.
Kwani it opened in 2016?
You first shut up.
Wait,
How,
wait.
can you
Where
tell
do
you
I live?
how can we tell you
It
chemist?
had different names.
Pharmacist? No, it had the same name.
Nah, so there's a time they didn't even decide what the name was.
No, and decided
No,
was
it-
way before.
Yeah.
It opened in 2016.
Yes,
It didn't.
it did, right? Anyway, so this
It
guy,
opened earlier.
so this guy
Okay, sorry.
is there on the video
Sorry.
selling mihadarati. Tio, you want to go on a ride, Molly? On the video. Na unaona sura yake unasema si ni nani? Haki. Let me tell you this world. Yeah, so when you're in the entertainment scene, it is easy to be gotten into drugs. Why? Because every weekend, guys are like, yo, what's up? Where you at? You know? And then you think, wow, my friends are missing me, right? And then because that's what
you think.
That's what you think,
That's what
right?
you think.
And then you go there and you realize the only reason you guys are connecting is because they like being high with you.
That's true.
Right? And so you do that for a while, and then because you're taking so much drugs, you're not really working. Because you're partying so much, you wake up with a hangover, right? How many people do you know, even in our field of work, for example, in radio, right? Who'll wake up, they'll be out all night, right? Monday to Friday, right? Monday like 6 a.m, unanuka pombe. You understand? Yeah. And if you find out, like when this person was getting into this game, chances that they were not even drinking. You understand? Yeah.
That's true.
So entertainment has this devil called drugs, and the people who bring drugs, they target you.
Yeah.
They will target you, right? They will target you. They will follow you. They will invite you for things, right?
Yeah.
They will recruit you.
Yeah.
And once you're in, that's when you'll know, shit. Actually, these were not my friends.
Yeah, and it's so true how it also impairs judgment, and that's also how sex in entertainment also comes in. Also, because now from a guy perspective, is that when you go out, now you've drunk, it impairs your judgment. You just decide the fact that you're out, this shore has been hitting on me na nitapita naye. Now how many nights are you going to do that?
Honestly.
Ati kupita now, and chances are if you're under the influence of drugs and alcohol, you're not going to take care of yourself.
Reckless,
So
Crazy.
it's quite crazy how most people would get in through that, and then when you get to realize the mistakes that you've done, most of the times it's usually too late for you to pick up the pieces back together. And that's when now you'd get to see someone who used to pop off back in the day, and then they disappeared, and then now they're back. They're saying, "Oh, I'm planning a comeback."
Yeah. So
that's when you got to realize that somewhere down the line you went astray through drugs, alcohol, and sex.
Yeah.
And those are usually the major factors of it.
And you know,
it's quite
funny enough,
scary.
the music itself, right? What's like for you to really be a successful artist, right? Pop artist. What's the music saying about? Like you're taking drugs, you're partying, women, right? So think of it like this. And yes, is it a conspiracy theory? Yeah,
Probably.
drugs finance the music industry, right? And so the people who sell the drugs, they pay you to sing about the drugs, right? So that your consumer, the person who's consuming your music
Also wants
can
them.
also, like for example, do you remember the first time you had I took a pill in Ibiza?
Right.
You wanted to almost take that pill.
Yeah.
Whatever pill he took,
Yeah, even
sounds
me, I
so
want
cool,
it, yeah.
right? And then remember he said, so that Avicii could think that I was cool. How many people took that line,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And it convinced them to do things like that. So you just look at the scene. Look at like the other day I was just looking at an event, and I just saw, I think half of the people that were performing were completely
Hi.
high. Yeah. And let me not say intoxicated. But sometimes somebody notices before it goes too far. And case in point, Rono recently, a few days ago, shared her experience with alcohol. And there's something she said that caught my attention. Check.
Hey guys, I've been getting this consistent voice telling me to just talk about alcoholism among the youth. And despite me going to rehab, me taking sober breaks, like getting counseling, I've really struggled with alcoholism. And I know for a fact I'm not alone. We have people through my DMs and just observation who's struggling to stay sober. Over drinking, blacking out is not normal. It might be normalized, but it's not normal. I messed up my eyes, my liver. My psychiatrist told me, if you don't stop drinking, this liver away. Shout out to her though, she's amazing. I used to hallucinate, have nightmares, and see like scary faces. There were times I knew that I couldn't even sleep because it's just gonna be nightmares and I'll keep jumping in my sleep.
Right. Do you
That's a
notice
lot.
what she's saying about
Yeah.
hallucinating?
Imagine.
Yeah?
What?
Wazazi hapa wanakwambia usifute bangi hapa utachizi
Imagine,
na
kumbe ni
pombe,
pombe.
right? The ads were, you know, when us guys were young, like, no, when I was in high school, right? Let me call it secondary.
Secondary.
Not high school, right?
Secondary.
Kwa mlango, yeah, where the gate is, there used to be this billboard. Till now it's there, right? But I think now you're not allowed to advertise alcohol in schools, like near
or
school.
next to schools, yeah.
Hiyo billboard ilikuwanga ndani ya compound.
Guy.
Hiyo billboard ilikuwanga na nini ad ya ice cold pilsner. Ice cold. Iko hapo tu, no, it's facing the
Outside,
the highway,
inside.
right? So, unatoka shule hivi, the first thing you're seeing,
Pilsner.
And then remember, there used to be these ads for Siju Bada ya Kazi,
Bada ya Kazi.
right? So you're just like, and then with Chomoka school, the first place is Njugunas. I kid you not. Like school petrol station Njugunas, right?
Jesus.
It's still the same setup. So now you know which school I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? Bro, a lot of us started trying to taste alcohol because of that billboard.
Yeah,
right?
because it was so easily accessible. You know,
People would be like,
easily
yo,
accessible.
Amma, we go
Yeah.
catch one, right?
Yeah.
And so one day, someone walks into the Petit, the Total, goes to the shop and gets a
Pilsner.
beer, right?
Right.
And when the matatu tuko
Trying.
because it's cold. Remember, it's a hot afternoon, right?
And
you've
they've
been
told you
seeing
like
that
A
photo.
sweaty, cold beer. Yo, you think you even know what beer tastes like? You
It
don't
just
care.
looks nice.
Yeah,
it
so
looks nice.
and then you remember now peer pressure. There's somebody
Yeah.
talking about, yo, you guys don't drink.
I haven't tried it.
You have not tasted this thing. Ameingia hapo amechukua moja. So we're in the jar, we're just like playing loud music.
Guy.
Somebody's probably smoking in the back there. You're feeling like you're the coolest person on the
who's ever
planet.
existed.
Yeah.
Kumbe, they are recruiting people to go to clubs. It's just the way even in uni, there were people who'd be used influencers to bring you to a certain club. For example, case in point, Changes.
Yeah, changes. True,
Changes
true,
used to have even matatus pick guys from Fifi's
Imagine
on a
to bring
Thursday
them
to
to
bring them to
Changes.
Changes, right?
Guy.
So it's sometimes you find yourself in an intricate web of alcohol, but then you have underlying mental health issues. And for
Facts.
case in point, like she's saying she's hallucinating because of booze.
Hiyo sijaisikia.
Mimi have you ever blacked out because of
Sijawahi
booze?
sikia. Everyone has
Yes,
blacked
I
out
have.
because of
Yeah,
booze.
I've blacked out I think once in my life, right? You know, blacking out is an indication you shouldn't be drinking.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like
Ever.
you're killing your brain cells, man.
Exactly. Like the moment you drink and black out, when you
That's
wake
not
up
okay.
from that,
Yeah.
you should shake alcohol's hand and tell it, Johnny Walker.
Goodbye. Keep walking.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's true. And like it's literally in the name. Like, what is your poison?
Yeah.
Like even throwing up, your body is trying to protect you from the poison.
But you're just like, hey,
I feel better.
hey.
I've thrown
Come on,
up. Let's
mouthwash.
take more shots.
yeah, imagine.
Yeah, it's
Hey, bro.
quite- it's-
Me, thank God, I've always been a lightweight. It just gets to a point my body's like, no. I even like my body even knows. I'm like, if I take one more shot, I'm
Yeah.
throwing up. It's
And-
over for me.
And another thing she mentioned about alcohol being an antidepressant is what contradicts what most people do nowadays. That you're going through stress or something in your life is messed up. Take the shot; it will make things better.
Yeah.
Thinking that alcohol is the
counterproductive,
escape.
yeah.
But you might be feeling after taking the shot, you might be feeling like the highness takes you to another place where now you can be able to dance and figure and your problems go away. But deep down inside, what it's doing, it's getting you depressed even more,
Yeah.
and it's actually making your brain not be able to bounce back from that dip of depression for you to get the proper hormones. I like the one that she mentioned, the one that inakufanya
Yeah, the
usitoke
one that
uchi.
lowers your inhibitions.
Ndio kuchoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
Itabidi umechoma.
Yeah.
And then there's also something that I realized is an actual thing, like post like hangy anxiety, like after drinking there's an
For some
anxiety
people.
that comes with it. I realize that sometimes I usually have it, and that's when I'm usually dealing with shit. That's why whenever I'm going through it, I try my best, I just avoid alcohol.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
now when I drink to try and forget my problems, when I wake up with a hangy, more depressed, my anxiety is through the roof.
But
so
guys,
it doesn't help.
Can
if
we
you have
point out?
anxiety.
I absolutely love that point. But can we point out that the time when you used to drink a lot, chances are it was the crew that you're hanging out with.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
The people that you were hanging out with are
Yeah.
the ones that were encouraging you to.
Yeah.
Not to say that there's somebody there who has an agenda to make other people drunk, but you know, if
There's a
You didn't
group
really
you
make-
would
it
go
wasn't a
to.
personal decision
Yeah,
to be
like
like,
there's a
let's
group you
drink.
would go to if you want to drink.
Yes.
Like tonight I want to drink. Let me look for Kina Nani.
yes, yeah,
I get that.
yeah. You know, the part where I had to start cutting off people is when I realized, especially when I was doing drive show, right? Friday around 4-5 p.m. you start getting those messages for plan, uko, right? And one day I was seated there, I was doing the drive show, and I remember I was just everything was fire. Like we were having the most awesome time of our lives. Like if this is work, then whatever.
Yeah.
I can do this forever. But then I sat down and I started asking myself, I don't like the lifestyle. I don't like the lifestyle. I need to switch things up, like, move things around. And I knew, okay, with radio, if I keep doing drive, right? I hate even talking about alcohol. I don't want to advertise alcohol. I don't want to tell someone, hey, go out there and get it at a discount. I don't even want to tell you the fucking discount.
Yeah.
Right? I was just like, I need to switch my lifestyle. And I knew if I keep staying at drive, right? This was part of my big problem, right? So and these things, when I tell you that I'm sitting, I'm actively thinking, no, it's, that voice inside your head.
Yeah.
The older I've gotten, the more I listen to it. We have conversations. And it was very loud. One day at Chomoka Jobo, I think there was a client who had brought booze back at the office. They were even telling us we drink as we're on the mic.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, this was it was now coming to, like, my spirit was just like, nah, we got to cut this thing off.
Yeah.
And so I listened to that voice, and before long, I'd shifted my whole life around. I'd cut off people, like, because now I'm not that interest to you of, after Jobo, see you, because I'm no longer doing that. Now I have to wake up for a breakfast show, right?
Yeah.
So I value my mornings, okay? True. So even weekends, there's nothing like
nothing too crazy.
Yes, there's even nobody calling you, because they know that this one, even if you call her, she's not going to show up. Even guys who used to holler at me, now they know, you can't. This Kwambok, we should have a drink. I'm just like, is that your only line?
Yeah. There's no need of even sugarcoating it and saying at yes, and then you don't
me.
go.
Yeah. Oh, and then also it makes you now start being discerning of how you're spending your time. Because when you're hanging out with people who you're just, the only thing is just, oh my God,
let's drink.
You'll be best friends with people.
Yeah.
You'll be best friends with everybody. But nobody's best friends with everybody.
Best friends with everyone.
Nobody's best friends with everybody. Yeah? So if you're in that spot, you can do your own madhafu and really ask yourself, like, and then even the amount of money you spend, bro. There's a friend of mine, another day we did math, to see just how much we were spending, because we'd be like at excess on a Tuesday, right? And then now, because of Mchele, you have to buy a boutique, and you're just two people. So you're there, excess, And one day I'm even asking myself, like, Sheila, do you even enjoy looking at these go-go dancers? I don't.
Are you just pretending to like it?
No, it's because the crowd that you're hanging out with, right? They're just like, yo, you know what would be fun? Let's go to
excess.
And then you are fun, we have to go. So
since you're hanging out with them, you just
go.
End up
so
joining the party.
You're there, you're sitting, the vibes are good, you guys are drinking, the party. But then you're just like, I can't do this no more. Like, I just can't do this. I don't like hanging out with you guys. I actually don't even like our conversations. Like, when you're doing a life audit and you're just like, I don't like these people. I don't like this one. I don't like this one.
Honestly.
Okay, so scratch. Let's start from the beginning. And that's how I had to cut people off.
Yeah, facts. When we have had moments like those, I'm like, what am I doing? I think, Kwanzaa, for me, 2019, obviously I was going through a breakup. It wasn't the best way to deal with it. But I just woke up one day, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I need to get serious. I wasn't going for auditions, nothing. I was burning through my savings because I wasn't working. But I was just out here. And the thing about being a pretty babe, getting free drinks is very easy. Yeah? So it wasn't even at I didn't have money to buy those drinks. Those drinks just used to show up. You show up looking cute, the drinks show up. But I just got to a point I was like, what the hell am I doing? And I just decided to turn my life around. I'm like, I'm done. And I didn't drink for like 6 months. It was the best 6 months of my life. So I don't like that we are, like Rono is saying, we need to stop normalizing alcoholism, especially with the young age.
Yeah.
Because she said brain damage is brain damage. Just because it's kidogo now, trust me, in another 10 years, now your body is handling it well because you're 22. By the time you're 32, how do you think things are going to be for you?
And there's someone who's very, very close to me who I can attest that alcohol has changed them. Right? Completely, to a point, they're still their fun, loving, very special self, but they are a shell of themselves, when you're like I'm talking to you, and you can tell that kuna vitu how grasp, and these are things that you used to grasp.
Imagine
that's alcohol for you.
There's something I want to talk about in dealing with alcohol and influencers. You've influenced some alcohol before some time back.
Yeah.
I've done it as well. I haven't seen you do.
Because it's a personal fucking choice.
And one thing that you get to notice when someone's influencing alcohol, the posts and everything is all about the booze. it's not about your brand. It's not about you and what you're interested in, what you usually do on a regular on your social media. The moment you try and deviate and start to bring more of yourself, you get a call from agency.
Yeah.
And
They're like, focus on the drink.
yeah, and they're like, that post, it really does not tackle the pillars. I know I'll get into trouble for this, but anyway.
You see, the fact
it
isn't
really-
that a demonic system
Yeah.
that you get into trouble
Yeah.
for speaking?
Yeah.
You know, and I hope as you're watching this, because I'm so passionate about this shit. Please see through the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Right? When people are trying to earn a living, they will do, and there's a marinette player behind that saying "Wambie heavy," right? And you'd be like, "Yo, Joyce thinks it's cool, so I think it's cool,"
Yeah,
and it's not.
yeah.
It's not Joyce. She didn't think it's cool.
Yeah. So like you're told this quarter we are going to deal with music, events, and probably food, so that at least to some level they try and make you advocate for responsible drinking. But all in all, it's not really about what you want to talk about, So I feel it also veers off the message of, this is alcohol. It's not good. It'll fuck up your health. But you could choose to enjoy it and enjoy it responsibly. And you go on and use it. You use that message with your brand and what you usually convey on social media to go and push the booze.
Yeah.
It's usually oriented to what the alcohol brand prefers first.
Yeah.
And this, most of the time, it ends up in the message. When someone is watching and someone who's not an influencer, who doesn't know like what is actually going on, that brand of alcohol is in your face.
True.
In your face all the time, up until
Yeah.
it gets to a point now when you go out, that's the first thing you're going to ask for. Or
Yeah.
even watch the video and you're like, oh,
I'll be
okay,
like, oh, Kerry
I'm going to
likes
try this
Nini.
cocktail
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
So you were
Yeah.
there, delivery apps, nini. You're
Yeah.
in the house. They're
And
just
you-
chilling. You're there drinking. And those are one of the most dangerous ways to actually drink if you are drinking alone.
Yeah, in the
and
house,
drinking in
Kwanzaa
the
And
house.
especially the people who push the alcohol, you might think that you're not it's those people.
Yeah.
Remember, you're also getting indoctrinated, right? So I've seen Kwanzaa, there's a particular pink gin, I'm not going to mention it. And a particular influencer consumed, because they give you
Yeah.
as much alcohol as you want, right? This influencer, currently, if I'm not wrong, they are struggling with alcohol.
Oh, no.
I can tell.
Oh,
Yeah. If I'm not wrong, I think they're struggling with alcohol because you can
Because it's
see.
so easily accessible.
Alafu
You
unajua-
just wake up, it's there. Yeah,
You
that's
go to your
true.
pantry, you've got how many bottles.
Man.
Yeah.
Because me, I've never even been a guy for a minibar in the house. If you guys are coming to hang out in my house and you want alcohol, come with your
Order,
alcohol.
yeah.
I've never really seen the point of like having a minibar. There'll be maybe like a bottle of wine or two.
yeah. But you
But like me,
itaenda.
I don't have a mini because I'm never the person who's like, hey, I'm thirsty today. Like you were saying, it's always the crowd. It's always like the people who you are with who will make you drink. I've never sat down and be like, natamani, pombe. You know the way you're like, hey, I want chicken wings today. I never think that way. when
Yo,
it
by the
comes
way,
to
speaking of
alcohol.
chicken wings and booze, I have a
Yeah.
plan for us,
Oh,
right?
God, yeah. What?
Uko?
Yeah, no,
What?
for real.
My message you call.
For real, tomorrow. Anyway, so that's how we're going to end this episode. And the reason I'm looking in the camera as we end, I'd like you to let me know in the comment section, right? What's your relationship with alcohol? Is it a relationship that, you know what? Today, it's that friend who you can say, I'll call you when I'll call you when I'll call you, right? When I need you. Or is it that relationship for, hey, alcohol is calling, right? That you have to respond to alcohol's call. Or are you guys now like butt cheeks? Inseparable.
I need some.
Right? That you need it. Hata ukienda job, you have to sip it in a flask. Wherever you are, let's give it like, are you in position 1, 2, or 3? Right? Just share with us what your relationship is and also how you started, because the start pia is ni muhimu.
It's for me.
Yeah.
So share with us and we'll see you on the next one.